Inner Sydney's been transformed by the development of Harold Park, where a completely new precinct has been designed and constructed around the principles of placemaking. This used to be a racetrack. People love it so much that over 1,300 new apartments were sold 3 years ahead of schedule. And I want to talk to the CEO of Mirvac, Lloyd Hurwitz, to understand how they did it. Mirvac is a very large organisation, a very impressive organisation. Tell me what you think placemaking is.
I think ultimately placemaking is all about human interaction. It's all about creating places where people can connect, where they want to be, where they want to dwell. A place that is well made helps the health of a community in connecting human beings together.
A great mixed-use development from my perspective, which is the Harold Park redevelopment. So tell me a little bit about where that started.
Well, that was a site that Mirvac bought back in 2010. And really had a vision for a vibrant community right next to the CBD. So it couldn't be dramatically different than the surrounding terrace stock in Glebe,
yes, yeah.
But it had to also be future looking. So you'll see the design really picked up the terrace idea from Glebe, but took it to the next level and put it into high density in the form of Harold Park.
What kind of people live in that development?
There are young professionals, there are young families, there are downsizers, and really it's people who are looking for inner urban amenity, quality design in a place which has 35% of the site being open space with connection to the city.
So Susan, the Tramsheds is a very different retail development because it doesn't have clothing shops or news agencies. It's very food-based. So was that in response to the community?
It was the idea, we called it connecting people to providors. And we were looking for those food operators who are absolutely passionate, and it's very theatrical retail. So the pasta makers making pasta in the window and the bread makers milling the flour, and that really connected in with the customer base that is in that inner urban area. But then adding to it the things that the local community needs. So there is a supermarket offering, a barber and a pharmacy and a gym, but housed in this amazing heritage building with bits of the old legacy still there. So the graffiti is still on the wall.
The placemaking elements that you have at the Harold Park development, how do you know they've been successful?
I think because it resonated so well with customers. Yeah. So we sold out all of the apartments 3 years quicker than we thought we would. It's already won 6 awards, including Best New Precinct, and there's going to be 2,500 people living there, proud to call Harold Park home. This development to me is fascinating because they've taken what used to be a raceway and turned it into a really beautiful suburb. But they've also held on to some of the heritage. I love the graffiti. You can really see how people enjoy the restaurants. And I particularly love the way it interacts with the park around it.